to another episode of the CougarCast here on the Kokomo Post Sports. My name is Drew Larison. With me, as always on the show, is the Director of Athletics, Mr. Tom Norris. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
Good Thanksgiving, good Saturday.
Saturday was a decent day, you know. Okay, I'm a big Michigan Wolverines fan. We kind of had an important game this weekend, and we did extremely well, beat those Buckeyes, love to see it. So it was a good weekend. I'm surprised you're here today. I saw you were at the Monday Night Football game last night. I have no interest, the age I am, being up that late on a Monday night, but good on you, you're here.
I'm here, watched some mediocre football, enjoyed it, got to spend some time with the family. Had some relatives in from St. Louis who were oddly Steelers fans.
Steelers fans are weird in general. They're all over the place.
They came out in droves last night. I think before we got on, it was like 43% of the fans in Lucas Oil yesterday were Steelers fans.
Were the Steelers, because I feel like, don't they say the Cowboys are like America's team now, right?
Yep.
The Steelers at one point I feel like were also America's team.
Yeah.
To where they're just all over the country. The same way Cowboys fans are all over the country now. So, anyway, congrats. You're here.
I'm here.
Probably didn't sleep much last night, but that's fine. All right, so your job on this show is to kind of give us like a 40,000-foot view of what's all going on at IUK when it comes to all the athletic programs. Fall sports are officially done, cinnamon bun. We are moved on to winter sports. So tell us what's been going on.
Yeah, we are. It's been a pretty slow week with just basketballs going on. Men and women both are a handful of games in, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Women had the week off last week. The men's team went down to Kingsport, Tennessee, participated in what's called the Show. It's an enormous basketball event down at one of the resorts in Kingsport where both NAI men and women's teams come in to participate. Men had a heartbreaker on Saturday against the 19th ranked Union team that we had them on their heels and had them beat. We scored a bucket with 4 seconds-ish left in the game. They inbound at Heath, an 80, 85-footer. It falls.
Just one of those things.
One of those things, you know, it's...
Surprised that didn't end up on like Sports Center.
Yeah, and it might. I haven't seen it. The cameraman kind of fell asleep and thought the game was over, so didn't get the entire shot going in. Just kind of got the heave, and that was it.
You had one shot.
Yeah, one job. But yeah, they turned around and played again on Sunday down at the Show against Shawnee State, who will be officially a River State's conference member starting next fall. And then a quick turnaround. Both men and women played today in Midway, Kentucky conference game, so we're kind of back into the conference swing of things. And have our first home doubleheader on Saturday. Both men and women welcome IU Southeast. Women will start at 1 o'clock, men will start at 3. So kind of transitioning into that, busy fall crossover season where you have all your fall sports ending, winter sports starting. Now we're kind of on the back end of that, and indoor track will be firing up on Saturday as well.
Love that. Yeah. All right, so I also want to talk about, every week we're going to have an IUK Athlete of the Week, which these are nominated by the athletic department at IUK. A freshman, a frosh, as some would say. Ty Wills from the men's basketball team, who's killing it. Where's he from originally?
He's in Anderson.
Okay. Ty scored double figures in both of IUK's games last week at the Show, as you were talking about in Tennessee. Had 10 points against Union College Saturday before leading all scorers on Sunday against Shawnee State with 15 points in his first ever start in his collegiate career. Stepping up to the plate. Tell me about Ty.
Stepping up to the plate, yeah, and he's kind of done that for us, through our first, 7 games or so. And Coach Echo Barger has been really excited about him coming in as a freshman. He's a physically mature freshman, a really big guard, a really physical guard that can do a lot of things. I mean, he can put it on the deck and go to the rim. He can shoot it. But he's just a really physical 18-year-old that Eric's really excited about, and obviously he's performing well and got the jump in the starting lineup. So we're excited to see what he does, the rest of this year and the rest of his career here.
Yeah, it's exciting. When you get a freshman performing that well, and at this level of collegiate, we've probably got him for all 4 years. So we're going to see Ty for years to come at this point, as well as we talked about last week with Coach Echo Barger, because he was on the show. We've got some good recruits coming in for that basketball team too. So great for the basketball program. All right, so we are interviewing the women's head soccer coach, Coach Akavine. The show today, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll have her on. But thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, so we are back with our guest today, which is Coach Sohaila Akavine. She is the women's soccer coach at IUK. I have a little quick intro for you. These are starting to be fun for me to write. Okay, I'm really proud of it. Ending her second year as IUK women's soccer coach, Aquavine has an overall record of 20-12-5. Last year, the Cougars won their first ever RSC championship, conference championship. It made their first ever appearance in the NAIA national tournament. Before coming to Kokomo, Aquavine spent 4 years at Blackburn College in Illinois and also in Ripton College in Wisconsin. She leads the soccer program with the attitude of, life will give you everything you put into it, so make sure it's the life you want to live. Coach, welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
That was good, right?
Really good.
I'm getting good at the intros. I'm really proud of you. All right, so tell me, second year at IUK, tell me what your experience has been like so far.
It's been great. First and foremost, working with a group of colleagues that I have make it so much better.
Okay.
But this experience has been awesome. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever been with a group of young women as motivated and excited to come to practice at 6 a.m. every single day.
You're one of those coaches, huh?
It was not my choice. When I came in, the practices started at 6, and I asked them first thing, like, do we want to change this? Every response was no. They love to get up, to get working, to grind, but they are just an incredible group of women, and I'm blessed to be here.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I've been asking, last week we had Coach Eckelbarger on the show, and I was talking to him about what it kind of is like at IUK for athletics, because it's a newer-ish, idea that there are sports teams. What has your overall, the athletic community been like at IUK so far, maybe compared to like some other schools that you've been at?
Yeah, this super close-knit family, and I know Coach Eckelbarger said it, I think every single one of our sports here treat this as a family, and that's what we pride ourselves on, the small atmosphere of games, the intimate excitement that brings for us in our program, we're only 4 years into this.
Mm-hmm.
And to continue to see every single day when we have games, how much more people are out, and to see all the students and faculty and staff and community. It's an exciting time, and we're really excited to see what the future brings for IUK.
What you just described has been my exact fan experience as well. I've gone to a few games over the last few months, and you're exactly right. It's this really cool college atmosphere, but also intimate and close knit all at the same time. We were at the women's basketball game. I'll learn one day. Yeah. College is women's, high school. We cover it all, so it's confusing for me. Went to the women's basketball game a few weeks back, and almost all of the men's team was there to watch the women's team. It was just a really cool thing to see, because what you described is true. It sounds like a family atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really cool. All right, so let's talk about last season, which was ended with one of these guys.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing to see. You guys can see this is the RSC River States Conference Tournament Champions, which is really cool. I'm hoping Michigan walks away with one of these this weekend for the Big Ten. Go 14-3-3 overall with an 8-1-1 conference. Like I said, the first ever RSC championship, as well as the program had their first ever appearance in the national tournament. Much better season than last year.
Yeah.
Tell me what was different that got you guys to be able to have this trophy.
Yeah, I think last year when I came in, it was a whirlwind. It was fast. I came in and had 3 days in Kokomo before we started practices. So getting to know the team was a lot of last season. Getting to know what triggers players and how we're going to be able to relate to every single one of them, because they're all individuals, and we can't treat this as one program and this is how it goes. So getting to know everyone last season was a priority, and we did well. There were some games that were tough and frustrating, but this season we started off with this really exciting team bonding experience where we spent 2 days with the volleyball team and getting to know not just our team but the volleyball team and what is going to trigger all of us together, and I think that team bonding experience really helped this season.
Okay, you bring that, I have to know, what all was involved, what did you guys do? Because that's interesting, both programs together, what was that bonding experience?
Yeah, we went out to Camp Tecumseh, and we just spent 2 days just having fun, and we had the team rules and bonding kind of stuff within our own team, but getting to know the volleyball team and the players there, because they're going to be spending, multiple hours doing the same thing that we're doing, right? Missing classes and how to adjust in college and new players coming in and transfers and all of that. So I will say 90% of our free time, my team spent playing volleyball, which is kind of crazy. I know
Great for the legs.
Yeah, I know
makes
for
sense.
a fact, our volleyball team would kill us if we played against each other, but they love it. But that experience was really cool. So I think having that kickstart our season this year, and kind of what you mentioned in the intro, like my players know that first and foremost care about who they are as people, and that has to be our priority. And if we bring in good people, we're going to be successful. And that's, I think, what drove all of this season.
As I was researching you last night, one thing I noticed, and I'm very curious if this played into the whole team bonding thing before the season start. You have some experience at like YMCA's in the past.
Yeah.
And kind of what you described, that team bonding out at a camp.
Yeah.
Did that idea come from maybe your time at a YMCA, like seeing that and experiencing what that kind of is like?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, when you get to know your team as individuals and who they are, they're going to buy into what you're doing. And unfortunately, like the time constraint last season, like I said, we weren't able to do that. But being able to do that, and part of my background has been in youth sports for a long, long time. So having that buy-in mentality was one of the things that we strove for this season, and wanted to make sure that our players knew. And having a new assistant come in who's never had college coaching experience, part of that was for that as well, right? Because we need to all buy into what we're doing and understand that once we care about each other, wins are going to come, because we're going to strive every single day on the field, in the classroom, in practices, to want to be better for each other.
Yeah, guys, if you're watching this, I don't know, I have chills that I get to play this role and like help tell the stories of IUK athletics, because what you're describing is culture. And even what we talked about last week with Coach Eckelbarger, same thing. I talked to him like, what you're talking about is culture, and I brought up to him like it's this brick by brick attitude. Like in the new world at IUK athletics, when you're not just building just a soccer program, not just a volleyball, you're building it in a whole athletic program. It's a brick by brick thing, and culture is so important. Where if you get everybody on the same team, no pun intended, but kind of, striving to make everyone better, not just themselves. It's the team. See, my Michigan's coming through as well. But it's so true, and that's what helps. If you have that off the field, having it on the field is so much easier.
Yeah, one of the things that I said when I came in with this team last season was, and we use it actually for like our end of the game, like cheer and all that stuff. Is we always told them from day one is hold the vision and trust the process. So no matter what it is, this has always been, in my coaching career, I've always looked at this as not me, right? And there's some coaches out there that want to build these great programs, and it's built upon the coach and what they're doing. But hold the vision and trust the process has been this mantra that we've used all season, last year and this year, to continue to just strive to be better.
I love that. Yeah. All right. So like I said, we went 14-3-3, 8-1-1 this year. What are some wins? What are some lessons that we learned this year that we can take into next season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, some of the ones that were a little heartbreaking, the ties, the loss at the last game against Point Park at the end of the season. I think, one of the big things that we've said this season, we have to play a 90-minute match. We can't go in and play a 75-minute match and expect the results to be there. It's got to be a 90-minute match every single day, and then carry that into our training sessions. Our training sessions could be up to 2 hours, but let's play a 90-minute match in training sessions and get what we need to get done. So I think that is the big one, but also, the team defending side of things, I think we are phenomenal at this season. We did extremely well, but, the last part of this is we've got to finish chances when they're there. And we missed some key chances that we could have finished on this season. But overall, you know, like you said, I couldn't be happier with our performance this year. It was a whirlwind, and I'm so excited for next year.
Yeah, I mean, she should be, because, I mean, you showed extreme improvement. I mean, not just the win and loss record, but I mean, you know, Tom and I have talked about, whether on the show or not, like just some really great player progression that has happened. I know I've got to ask you about Keely, because I'm going to ask every show until I get an answer if she's coming back or not. You know, but like, it's just great progression that, of course, that will make you excited for next year. No, it's really great to see. And this is another question I'm going to ask every coach. And I'm going to make you kind of sell IUK athletics here. For someone maybe watching this show, maybe they're from Kokomo, maybe the surrounding areas that have never been to an IUK athletic event, sell them why they should come.
Yeah, I think, you know, to be honest, it's an exciting atmosphere. You know, the fans, the coaches, the excitement that the coaches have for their team and their programs, the players, it is just an experience unlike any other college experience, you know, and I've been with 2 other schools, but IUK does this, and they do it on a small D1 level, to be honest. I think it's, you know, like, we're getting better and better with, you know, technology and you know, what we offer for people that can't be there, but the ones that are there, it's just an experience unlike anything else. And like you said, and like I said, it's truly family, you know, like, you're going to get to know the person sitting next to you at a game because they're just as excited, and the conversations and the communication. But I think selling IUK is exactly what it is. You're going to become part of a family.
I love that. Who doesn't want to become part of a family?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good sell. So, all right, so you are a soccer coach. You do love the game of soccer. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's kind of like a big soccer tournament going on in the world right now called the World Cup. The U.S. has a pretty big game today. I know if you're watching this on Tuesday, it's today. If you're watching this later, it already happened. What are your predictions?
For today's game.
Let's just we'll do today's game and who you overall think is going to win.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I didn't grow up playing soccer. I'm new to being interested in soccer. However, we have an exchange student in our house, and she's at Kokomo High School.
Okay.
She's from Vietnam, but giant Argentina fan,
Okay.
which is weird to me
Yeah.
because, I mean, I'm not going to root for Argentina. I don't know why I would, you know. But, like, I guess Vietnam's not in the cup or in the chance to win the cup, so she likes Argentina, and her dad likes Argentina. It's this weird familial love of Argentina. So she's, like, all for Argentina. I guess I'm for the U.S., I guess. Cool. We did, you know, shut out Britain. Now they did also shut out us.
Yeah.
So that's just how soccer works, apparently. But what's your prediction for today? They play Iran, and then if they win that, they move on to the cup. But overall, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah. So this is an exciting game for today. My mom was born in the United States, and my dad was born in Iran.
Oh my God!
So I'm on the fence, but to be honest with you, I grew up. The only way I grew up for soccer and how I learned this game was from my dad. So my dad played in Iran. So to be honest with you, I really hope that they pull out the win. I'm super excited.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked this question.
So I do think they're going to pull out the upset, and to see them advance, Iran has never advanced past the round of 32. So really excited for that. My overall predictions for this World Cup, it's been nuts. These games have been so crazy.
Which they should be. I mean, it's the closest thing to the Olympics without being the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm learning so much about like the scoring. I knew nothing. I came into this all green, and I only know because of our exchange student. It is crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's been a whirlwind with some crazy upsets, a lot of ties this opening round. But my overall prediction, you know, France won it before. I think they look really good.
Okay.
But I have a feeling Croatia's going to pull it out.
Interesting.
You know, they've got a lot of experience within their team, so I'm hoping they pull it out. But I'm really excited for today's game.
You divided house right now.
Yeah.
It's like if one of my parents was an Ohio State fan and my other was a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
You know, which one gives better Christmas presents? Is my question.
My mom and dad both went to Michigan State, so. We have a little feud there.
We can, that's fine though.
So-
Anyway, so thank you for being on the
Yeah.
show today. It was great meeting you. Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
And just thank you for investing your time and your talents into Kokomo, whether you look at it like that or not. I mean, that's how I look at it. Because more IUK athletics grows, more Kokomo will grow. And I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but like we are a sports town. Like people in this town,
Absolutely.
we go nuts over all sports. We love being fans of things. So thank you for
Thank you
doing
so
what
much.
you're doing for
It's
the
been a
city.
pleasure.
Love to have you here. So thank you for watching this episode of the Cougarcast. Like I said, we're doing this show every single week. We'll do an interview with a coach or maybe a player that's highlighted that week, as well as talk to Tom at the top of the show just to learn everything going on. But if you ever want to learn more about IUK athletics, all you got to do, like I said, is go to iukcougars.com. They have a great website listing all the schedules. Come out this weekend, support the men's and women's basketball team as their doubleheader this weekend. A lot of stuff going on. So if you love sports, you're going to love IUK sports as well. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.